Hey everybody's, Ivan, your favorite bisexual. Like and subscribe. Cool. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about toxicity in friendships. And when should you let go? And recognize when you're being mistreated. Just recently I had to kind of step away from a friendship, and this happened with me throughout my life. And if you're kind of struggling right now, and to see if you don't really know what to do and stuff like that, well, hopefully this video will be helpful to you in some way. Alright, so this is kind of complicated in a sense, and it can be messy. Especially if you've been friends with a person for 15, 20 years, 5 years, a year, doesn't really matter. If someone disrespects you or makes you feel small, it's not really a friendship. We tend to give people leeway, a lot of rope, I suppose, in a sense, or have a lot of patience with people. But by doing so, it's not helping anyone, especially if you're in a friendship where they take advantage of you, if they disrespect you, if they use you to make other people laugh and make themselves look good at your expense. Kind of like humiliate you. I have trouble saying that word. Humiliate you in order to be the funny one, to get the attention from people. That is a toxic friendship, and those aren't friendships that you have to stay in or should stay in. Like I said, it can be difficult to recognize when you're being mistreated by someone that's supposed to be your friend. For example, if they say something to you or about you, and you kind of pause a bit and go, wait a minute, did he just insult me? Was I just put down? Wait a minute, and you kind of have to rethink about what they just said. Usually that means that they've disrespected you in some way or another. Now, for me, I have a lot of patience. I can take a lot of abuse, like emotional abuse. Physical abuse, you hit me once and you're gone out of my life. I have zero tolerance for that. But as far as emotional abuse, about putting you down, making you feel small, as I've mentioned before, for some reason people tend to have a higher tolerance for that, and so do I. I can take a lot, but it comes to a point where you just have to draw the line and say, okay, enough's enough. This friendship is not something that benefits me, benefits my life. And it's okay to be selfish in this sense, I think. Because why would you be miserable and be humiliated in front of a whole bunch of people just so that they could have all the attention? I should have had more self-respect for myself, but I let it go, and it continued for years and years. So now that I'm older, I seem to have less tolerance and less patience for being disrespected. And I think that's a good thing. Because why go through years of being mistreated by somebody that's supposed to be your friend, somebody that you're supposed to bring you up when you're down. But when you're down, they take that opportunity to take that low in your life and kind of manufacture it in a way that they can make themselves look funny in front of other people, use your misfortune in order to make fun of you, to get a laugh from somebody else. That's not friendship, in my opinion. And if you were to think about some of your friends that you have, you might be able to recognize some of these things. Now, maybe they said something that made you pause and say, was it just insulted? And of course, they always have an excuse, right? No, you know, relax, you're too sensitive or whatever. But if it makes you feel like trash, it matters to you. So, because I was able to take a lot of crap in the past, it's my tolerance and my patience I have no more. For example, just a couple of days ago, when my friends that I've been friends with since we were kids, actually. We hung out for years, and then we stopped hanging out, and then we hung out again, and we still stopped hanging out. But still, we were friends. And they did something a couple of weeks ago, and I felt as though that I wasn't respected, because it felt like if I was attacked, and really, sometimes it's really hard to say this sort of thing without thinking that you're sounding and looking like an a-hole. But for me, I blocked that person off my social media just because something he said was to me, it was disrespectful. And because of my past, I know that you shouldn't really base, every situation, right? You can't say, oh, I'm not going to date a person because they have this quality, because I dated somebody with that quality and they were this kind of person. But not everybody's that kind of person just because they have a specific quality. But if somebody does something that kind of pees you off, and you get angry about it because you feel disrespected, I think that it's perfectly okay to cut the ties of that friendship. So this is just an experience that I recently experienced, so I thought I'd make a video about it, and maybe it could help somebody out, maybe help them make decisions or choices that something they're going through about, maybe you have a a friendship that you feel like you have to cut ties from, but you might feel guilty about it, well, hopefully this video helped you out, because, like I said, if they disrespect you and they talk to you like you're a bad guy, it's really not a friendship to pursue. Hopefully this is helpful. So I'm Zyvan. Hope to catch you in the comments. See you later.